Hi guys, my name is SJ. I'm a mum of 3. My youngest child is Evelina. She's aged 3, and today's video is all about how to calm a toddler within minutes. Obviously at the moment we're spending a lot of time at home, all of us, and I said in the other video recently, I feel like sometimes it's like I've got these 3 simmering pans of all the 3 kids and I'm trying to keep everyone's kind of happy and smooth, but obviously having a toddler in the house, they do have these much bigger feelings and their adolescent brains can't cope with them, and it often comes out in huge big blow-ups. We call them meltdowns, blow-ups, tantrums, whatever, and it's really important that we have a technique up our sleeves that really helps us to deal with them calmly and quickly and efficiently. I feel like we know that these tantrums, these behaviours are caused by anger, by frustration, by disappointment, by a sense of unfairness, you know, by a sense for positive attention, whatever it is. There's always a really big feeling behind it, and we want to say in positive discipline that all feelings are valid but all behaviours aren't. So it's not about being permissive, it's definitely about setting the boundaries, but it's about being there for these feelings and not pushing them away and punishing them, because if we do that right now at age 3, when they're older, when they're 10, when they're 15, when they're 20, they won't come to us with those feelings because we've said to them, suppress them, push them away, rather than saying you can always come to me with those, I'm always going to be here to help you through them. I know that we're their guide, you know, we're their teacher. If we don't teach them, no one else is doing this for us. If we don't help them to calm down and get through these things, feeling good about themselves and emotionally mature and do it better next time, no one's gonna. So I felt like I was either gonna be punishing children age 3, age 6, age 10, age 15, age 18, or I can be connecting, not correcting, all that time, and actually having a much more peaceful and happy family life because of it. So that's what positive discipline is all about. That's why these techniques might be different from anything you've read before about tantrums. As I said, I'm not an expert, I'm just a mum of 3 who loves reading about this. I've practiced gentle parenting and positive discipline for like 10 years, since my young oldest was born. So it's something that I've really tried and tested, and these are my top 5 ways. The thing is, in the immediate moment of your toddler getting really upset, starting to scream, you know, have that, you can see that they just can't even speak or hear, like Evelina really hyperventilates. I'll always try to take her away so she's somewhere alone, because I think that having her brothers around her, everyone going, is it because you wanted this toy? Is it because, you know, something there is a bit much for her? So I've tried to take her where she can be alone, and then I said to her, you're having a really big feeling, mummy's here. And I'll just be down with her, holding on to her, and she'll just cry and sob, and I'll say, I'm here, mummy's here for as long as you need. And we don't try to correct or go over the issue then, because you know what it's like yourself, you're really devastated about something and you're feeling that huge emotion. It's not the time when anyone can rationalise with you. They just have to empathise and just say, you know, it's okay, you're having a really big feeling, it's not going to last forever, mummy's here and I'm not going to leave until you feel better. And I've been doing that with Evelina for months now, since she started to kind of have that more kind of sparks in her brain and these different feelings, and now she's really noticed, I've noticed how shorter that time. The first time I thought I had to do it for quite a while, and now she kind of understands straight away, okay, this feeling isn't going to last forever and I can calm down quite quickly, and there's not going to be a terrible consequence at the end of it. You know, I'm not going to be sent away for being, you know, having this feeling. So once she's calmed down, then I'll say, well done, that was such a big feeling and you've calmed yourself down and I'm really proud of you. Because I do think it's important for them to know the language of big feelings, because they can't always articulate, I felt frustrated, I felt disappointed, you know, those words are going to come into their vocabulary much later. Like I say, my 10-year-old is just starting to talk in that way, but they can say earlier, just having such a big feeling, mummy, and I want them to know that I'm there for those big feelings, because they're going to get bigger and worse. So once we've calmed down, then we will do all the kind of positive discipline techniques I've got in my previous videos, but very briefly it will be to recognise the feeling behind it. You were really angry because somebody wasn't taking their turn, or somebody wasn't waiting to take their turn with the toys. I get that. I get really angry when somebody doesn't treat me fairly as well, and then we'll go and resolve the issue together. That's how we do it. And then if there is a behaviour, as I said, all feelings are valid, but all behaviours are definitely not. And if they've done anything like hitting, biting, snatching, screaming, any of those behaviours that are not okay, then we address, I will not let you hit your brother, destroy something of mummy's, break, I got like one who likes to break everything, break your toys, whatever it is the behaviour, I won't let you. And then we'll sort of go and fix the situation. So that's how we do it. But the big feelings is a really, really good technique to calm them down really almost straight away. A lot of people talk about breathing and centering them and getting them to do the breathing. It's such a hard thing. Like I had to learn it when I was first pregnant. Like, you know, it's difficult to learn how to breathe properly, and if you're saying to a child just breathe, it's also quite irritating. I find somebody else is telling you, you know, just breathe, just breathe. So one thing we do is to help them do it without, you know, having to overthink it when they're in this panic mode and they're very upset, is blow out the candles. So I'll either put 10 fingers up and I'll say blow out the candles, come on, whilst they start to calm down, and I'll put my fingers down and say blow, or I'll be like blowing out the candles and I'll be like, whoa, you're so strong, and each blow they get stronger and stronger, and they like to try and blow me over. And it shows them they're getting their power back. It's also a power reversal technique, so they're regaining power in themselves and their trust. Power reversal is really important, and so that's been a really, really good one for us. Rather than breathe, calm down, it's a practical way of doing it. And it's also important for me to say, you know, it can be that you've created the issue. Often I've created the issue. It will be because I've said no to pudding because you haven't eaten your dinner, and then there's an almighty meltdown. It doesn't mean that I have to keep being firm. I said no and I mean no. You can still be kind and gentle and tender and put yourself in their little shoes, even if you are the one setting the boundary and the limit, and often you will be with a toddler, and it's okay to still be the kind one, even if you're the one almost creating the problem, if you like. Just wanted to say that. The next thing is to teach patience outside of these frustrations and these angers and these disappointments. A lot of it comes down to patience, I realised. I was like, oh my god, that was a real light bulb moment for me. So I've been trying to teach patience as part of my positive discipline at different times, and it's worked so well. So a lot of the time is the toddler just doesn't want to wait for things. They don't want to wait for pudding. They don't want to wait for you to be able to play for them. You know, you've picked up your phone. They don't want to wait for you to have a conversation with another adult. They don't want to wait for that Kinder egg. And then the whole almighty, you know, feelings bubble up, which is fair enough, but you can actually start to teach them about patience really little, I've realised. So if Evelina's like, Mummy, can you play? I'll say, yeah, let's play in 10. Then we'll be like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Then when we get to 10, we say, well done, you were so patient. Now let's go and play. And the next time I'm on the phone, I say, I'm just on the phone. You need to show me your patience. And then she understands what that means. That means waiting, and that's a good thing. Sometimes you need to wait, but there's good things that are going to come. So actually practicing patience in the calm moments is a really, really good way of stopping the anger bubbling up so much. And I found it's really helped to calm things. And now she is so good. Like, you know, often I get woken up, literally is how I wake up and sleep. Mummy, play with me. Literally with her toys in my face, and she would sometimes just start crying straight away because I'm just like, I just want to brush my teeth, I just want to make a cup of tea. Whereas now we've talked so much about patience, she will wait. I literally get to have a cup of tea as I play, but it's better than that she doesn't get to tantrum stage, which is really good. Another thing that I do is show them that their mistakes are forgiven, and it's so important to calm down quickly and calm yourself down together and forgive and forget. And kind of, my mum used to always say draw a line under it, but it's quite a difficult concept for little ones to understand. So what we do is we go on a short walk to the end of our road. At the end of our road there's a tree stump, and on the way there I use the walk to either just be calm and quiet and zip my mouth up if I'm still mad, or we'll sort of say, you know, you were really, really angry. I could tell that person was making you angry in the house. If you get angry like that again next time, walk away and come and tell me. The behaviour was not okay to be physical. I won't let you have that in my house. Whatever the conversation needs to be. Then you go, okay, when we turn the corner around this tree, we're going to have forgotten about it, because it's really important not to drag things through. And I think that's why punishments really can create a tension in the house, because something might have happened 2 days ago, and if you've taken an Xbox away for 4 days, I know I'm talking about toddlers, or if you've you know, they've had a timeout and they've felt really bad about themselves, it's harder to reconnect again. Whereas if you say, look, I've forgotten about it, walking around the tree, I noticeably show that, like, I'll drop my shoulders, I'll be like, looking around, looking at the trees, listening to the birds, you know, counting the cars, or whatever it is, to show that their mistake has been forgiven and forgotten. And it's a really powerful thing for children to know, and they can be really hard on themselves. They can feel bad about themselves, and knowing that mummy is okay and I can be forgiven and I can make amends for a mistake that I've made in anger is really, really, really powerful, I found. And the last one is just a TV resource that you may not have heard of. It's a cartoon called Daniel Tiger. So it's on YouTube. I think it's on Netflix as well, but you can watch it for free on YouTube, I'm sure. And it's very over-egged. Everything I talk about now about calming yourself down, about taking a step back to recognize the feeling. It's basically a positive discipline cartoon for kids and parents, because it talks about the mum also demonstrating and modeling calming down to Daniel Tiger.
Oh, Daniel, when you're upset, you can find a way to feel better.
When you're upset, you can find a way to feel better.
So often the mum would say, the kid will do something and the mum will be like, wow, I'm really angry, and then she'll demonstrate how she calms down, and then later in the show Daniel will get really angry and he'll model his mum's behaviour. So just a really great one for you and your kids if you are at home and they want some screen time. It's a really positive one to watch and get as part of your kind of repertoire, because it's actually really helpful. So those are my tips for how to calm a toddler in minutes. I hope there's been something interesting there. As I said, it's really important for gentle parenting that you're really connecting, not correcting, especially at this little age, because they're going to be doing this every single day. And it's tough, you know, parenting is tough at the best of times, and not especially during in 2020. And we're trying to raise empathetic children who can express themselves properly and not act on their anger. And this is all part of it, really. So if you like this video, there's tons more positive discipline videos, which I have a link below in the description box. Do say hi if you're brand new. Do hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. I would absolutely love to have you here as part of our community. It's a really kind place. You can always say, you know, how you're feeling in the comment section below, and I'll try to respond to all of you. I'm not an expert, as I said, but I've often read and can direct you to a group book or something like that. And just say, yeah, it's okay, it's normal. Take care, guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.